I've got a city skyline here of Calgary that I got for free from pexels.com, and we're going to turn this into a very quick title using a clipping mask. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my text tool and I want to type the word Calgary on here. Now I've got all caps that I'm going to use for that. And you'll notice that it's really small. So I'll just highlight that and enlarge it quite a bit using my live slider on there. And I can move it over a little bit. And it looks like I missed my cap on my front one. Or maybe I put it there and that's just the font that it's using. So I'm going to change my font first off. I want something that's quite weighty and that is quite, I don't know, just very easy to read, I guess. So I'm going to flip through and try and find my font that I want to use here. So I've chosen a font, but I want to do a couple of other things and maybe make this font a little bit taller. So while I'm on my text tool and still have it highlighted, you can open up your character panel. And if I want to make it taller, I can use this live slider here and just make that text a little bit taller. Then you can move it into position where you want it to go on top of your city. And this way, the city buildings are going to show through it. Now, when I create that text, it really doesn't matter what color it is because we're going to put that skyline through there and create that clipping mask. And that next process now is super, super easy. I'm going to put the text layer underneath the background layer, but before I can do that, I have to unlock the background. So I'll just click that little lock button that's there, put my text layer underneath. And now this top layer of the city, I want to create a clipping mask out of it. You can right click to do that. And actually you have to right click over in this area. And then what you will see is create clipping mask right here. Or as a shortcut, if I hold down my Alt key and then I just bring my mouse between those two layers, when it turns into that little square with a arrow beside it, that is the clipping mask icon. So I'm holding down Alt and I just click it and it's become a clipping mask. Now, if I don't really like the positioning of it, I can still use my move tool. So remember that V is your shortcut for move. And I can still on that layer, I can move it around and you can see how my city now, I can move it where I maybe want it to be a little bit more through that through the text that's actually there. And that's it. That's a clipping mask. So if you wanted to use that for a title now, you could put a background behind it, you could crop it a little bit, but you've got a nice title that you could use for a banner for your website, technique to put onto design that you might be creating. It might be a movie poster, it might be an advertisement for something. So lots of uses for a very quick clipping mask that will go in any shape. So if I would have drawn a shape of a star and put a graphic as a clipping mask over top of it, then that graphic would go inside the shape of that star.